KFI AM 640. It's later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the iHeartRadio app. And let me just start right there for a moment. We're going to be live on TikTok in the coming week or so, but we need your help. I just talked to Daniel, our video technical director, and this is what he told me. I can't verify this independently, but I trust him. He says we need to have 1,000 followers on TikTok at Mr. Mo Kelly. When we get to 1,000 followers, we can stream on TikTok. Maybe you prefer TikTok to Instagram. Maybe you prefer TikTok to Facebook. Maybe you prefer TikTok to YouTube. I know we all are particular about our social media. But as it's told to me, we got to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok. And I've not been very active on TikTok, so I haven't done my part. But I need you to help us out if you'd like to have a stream on TikTok. I hope you've seen the YouTube page. It's been blowing up. It has been blowing up. Daniel's been putting all sorts of shorts and vignettes and long-form content, and it's just beautiful. It's just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I look at the videos like, who is this guy? I'd listen to him. Wow. I was talking to Mark Ronner. Mark Ronner said, wow, this show is pretty funny. We got to listen to it more.
Well, people should understand I don't like listening to myself, okay? And I had to do some self-archiving and going back over some of our conversations. They have a peculiar combination of being juvenile yet interesting.
Emphasis on juvenile.
But I haven't heard much like it, and I'm a huge lifelong radio fan.
It's funny that you, as a lifelong radio fan, a news anchor, a radio host in your own right, do not like listening to yourself when you would think, well, put it this way. In this business, we have these things called air checks.
Yeah.
Where we listen to ourselves, or our programmers, our bosses will listen to us and say, hey, Mo, don't do this, do more of that. Might I recommend that you say this, but a different way, or formatics. That's air checking. In this business, it can be painful at times because sometimes your boss will sit down next to you and say, okay, let's listen to your show.
Oh, yeah. Chris Little did that with me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And then they'll go almost line by line.
And it was absolute torture, let me tell you.
It can be, because what people sometimes forget or don't know is this is not scripted. This is off the cuff. And there are times I may have incorrect grammar, or I may lose my train of thought, or I may think that I lay out a story a certain way and it doesn't come out that way on the air. It sounded one way in my head and then it came out of my mouth completely differently. And it's difficult because you're being judged on that end result in the moment. It's not like you're writing a term paper and you go back and edit it and you get to tighten it, brighten it, and sharpen it. It's nothing like that. But that is how air checks go. And Mark, when you say that you don't like reviewing yourself, I get that. But I try to review at least something from every show we do.
Yeah, just in case you were laboring under the misconception that everybody in radio is a self-absorbed egomaniac. No, it mortifies me to listen to myself. I like to do it, and I like to be in the moment. And I like being a journalist for all sorts of deep-seated psychological reasons that probably stretch back into childhood. But anything is preferable to me than just sitting and listen to myself drone on.
Maybe it's different because I started in a production capacity. Okay. So I'm always listening, and thinking about how something sounds on the radio. So I'm more predisposed to listen to everything. And maybe it broke me of what could have slowed me down later on. So I don't get too bent out of shape when it comes to just hearing my voice. In my mind, what I hear on the radio is pretty close to what I hear in my head.
You know, I've worked with people who, when we finish a show, they'll race home and listen to it. I'm like, are you out of your mind?
Sometimes I'll do that. Sometimes I'll hit 12 and say, hey, the podcast has it up. Hey, what happened to the podcast? I heard something that was real funny in my head. I want to hear it as it was for the audience, because things that it sounds very different when you do radio. When you're talking on this mic, you think it sounds one way, and then you hear the final result, and it can be a whole different experience.
So go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I thought, not that was BS, but I was just like, it's not wrong, because when I have to play the best ofs and I actually just get to sit and listen without having to worry about the controls and the audio and the levels, it is a whole different show. Completely different show. and I love it.
And there are things that I think were, that was really funny.
Yeah.
In my head. And then I listened to it like, not so much. Not so much.
Is that mostly your material?
No, it could go either way. It could go either way. There's sometimes a bit that I didn't think was all that funny, and I go back and listen to it. It's like, to Stefan's point, maybe it's in the best of, and he's like, that was kind of funny. Because sometimes there's crosstalk. We may not hear everything. We may not realize everything that's going on. And then when you get a chance to just be an inactive participant, sounds completely different.
And see, I'm somewhere in between all of that because I know how I sound in the moment. Even if I've made a mistake, I'm like, you messed that up. So I don't need to go back and listen to it. I'm very self-aware in what I'm saying and how it's coming across. I hear it in my head, and I already know. I've listened to myself enough throughout my years in radio to know how I sound. But I do, because I edit all the podcasts, I do go back and listen. There are moments where I have to just stop. And I will sit and rewind a moment because I will be editing the podcast, just cracking up listening, because it is hilarious to me. Those moments that I think are funny on air, they're even funnier to listen to back later.
There you go, Mark. You need to listen to yourself more.
I think not, but thank you.
Yeah, Mark.
For someone who has no problem ripping on other people, you are really reticent to listen to yourself. That's interesting to me. That is very, very unforeseen. Unexpected.
At some point, I'll get the therapy I need. It'll be fine.
All right. And that's something else I've noticed in this business. Most radio personalities, and I'm not talking about anyone in particular. I don't want you to say I'm talking about so-and-so. No, most radio personalities in this business are insecure. And I'm not saying Mark is insecure, but I'm saying we have our varying levels of insecurities, things that we don't like about this. Some people think that they're never good enough. Some people think that they're going to lose their job tomorrow. There's a high degree of insecurity in this business.
It's a weird combination of insecure egomaniac, if you understand what I mean by that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Because you can talk and talk and talk and say whatever, but no one can see you doing it. So you feel that safety of being in a room by yourself and saying whatever. But it's like when that mic is off, you're like, oh my God, I know what I'm doing. But you feel that, listen, everyone's listening to my voice. But you don't want to be in front of a camera doing it.
Here's my quote unquote insecurity. When you're doing radio, yeah, okay, we have kind of a collaborative style here, but for the most part, you don't get the instant feedback. You're trying to tell jokes basically to a wall. For the most part.
Yeah.
Stefan, he's not even paying attention to the show, so he's never any help. Mark is usually preparing for the news break. Twala's out there doing the podcast. So I may say something that's real funny.
On the rare occasion.
Nothing.
Yeah.
No rim shot, no response.
Not even
nothing.
crickets, nothing.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. We have an actually really good show coming up for you tonight. We're going to tell you in the next segment about the most theft-prone beaches in the country. And yes, California is represented. The Orange County Fair opens this week, and it's going to be pretty expensive.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI is Later with Mo Kelly. We're live just about everywhere on social media, and we're coming to TikTok, but we're going to need your help. I didn't use TikTok much, but it seems like I'm going to be using it now. Daniel said I have to use it. And Daniel, our video technical director, also said we need to have 1,000 followers for us to be able to stream live on TikTok. A lot of people like to use TikTok. You maybe prefer TikTok to Instagram. I don't judge. I just want to make the show available. So there you go. We need your help. You can follow us on TikTok at Mr. Mo Kelly. And before you know it, we get our 1,000 followers, we will be streaming live on on TikTok, as we are on Instagram and Facebook and also YouTube right now. Now let's talk about the worst beaches when it comes to theft. The most theft-prone beaches in the nation. Now, we've already known that California has a number of poop beaches that are not fit to swim in. What I'm going to tell you about now are the beaches which are not fit to even walk around near, because you might get robbed or your valuables might get stolen, robbed, burglary, all of that. So we're going to tell you about the top 10 or maybe the bottom 10, and depending on how you look at it, that are most prone, thank you very much, that are most prone to theft in the United States. Coming in at number 10, and I don't think I can even pronounce it. I'm going to need some help from Mark Runner. Hookah.
Hookah, please. Is that it?
Oh, Hawaii.
Yeah. Hey, yes. It's Huukipa Beach Park in Hawaii. Huukipa.
You sound like you need a Heimlich.
Yeah, there might be some food stuck in my throat.
Okay.
Who keeper?
Yeah.
Who keeper? Who keep? Nah, see, I'm saying it with more of a Swahili twist on it. Never mind.
It has a 20.95% crime rate, and it includes theft, robbery, vehicle theft rate, and burglary rate per 1,000 residents. So about 21 people per 1,000 residents who are getting robbed or victimized. Coming in at number 9 of the worst beaches when it comes to theft. Gualala Point Regional Park. You know, they're just throwing all these weird name beaches at me.
What's that name again?
Gualala.
That's why there's crime there.
Gualala Point is here in California. That's not good news. I think that's in Mendocino County, if I'm not mistaken. It came in 3rd for theft in California and 9th in the U.S. with a theft rate of 49.01 per 1,000 residents. Yes, it's in Mendocino County.
Steal a couple of those consonants.
Coming in at number 8. That was funny, Mark. Is it Carova Beach, North Carolina?
Let's go with Carova.
Okay, Carova. Yeah, it is 22.4% burglary rate, 15.27 theft rate, and robbery rate 1.41. Overall is 48.62 thefts per 1,000 people.
Carova Beach?
Carova.
Named after the milk bar in Clockwork Orange?
Man, you had to dig deep for that one.
It was a deep cut, wasn't it?
Carova.
Okay, similar.
Okay. What did you think it was? Corova?
K.
Okay. All right. Number 7. Damn, these beaches are hard to pronounce. Currituck Beach?
Beach, please.
Carudatuck.
Crudite.
No, but there's a uck on the end of it.
Oh.
A UCK.
Curr.
That's. I'm not touching that.
No.
Currituck.
Okay.
48.62 crimes per 1,000 people.
If you can pronounce it, steal whatever you want.
It's also in North Carolina. So North Carolina, stay away from the beaches. Coming in at number 6 of the most theft-prone beaches in the United States. Baker Beach in San Francisco.
Finally.
What do you mean finally? Something you can pronounce?
A normal name.
Yeah. It's ranked as the 2nd most theft-prone beach in California, as well as the 6th in the national ranking.
Also,
Makes
that
sense.
tracks.
It's in Baker. Yeah.
48.54 incidents per 1,000 residents. Coming in at number 5. Hey, Mark, this is for you. North Jetty, Washington.
I've never even heard of that. They're just making up names now.
Evidently, thieves know about it.
Is it Jetty or Getty?
Jetty.
Yes,
Oh, it is Jetty.
What part
wow.
of Washington is that in?
How do I know? You're from the state, not me.
Oh, and then, okay, I'm going to look it up.
Yes, we need clarity on this.
I know.
Not Jetty, but North Jetty.
Now, see, here's what's interesting. There is a Jetty, California.
Well, this is Washington.
It is Washington.
51.68
Oh, no.
incidents.
They're talking about jetties. Like in Redondo Beach, there's a jetty. A jetty is a thing that happens at a beach.
I have no idea.
Ocean Shores, Washington.
Okay, it's down in the southern part of the state near Vancouver and Portland.
Oh, yes, Trinity towards the
Never heard
Oregon
of it.
side.
Okay.
Okay. Number 4. Folly Beach County Park of South Carolina.
Folly?
Folly.
Okay.
Folly oxen. Yeah. That's number 4. 54.82 incidents per 1,000. And that's Folly Beach County, not to be confused with number 3. Folly Beach Public Beach in South Carolina. So anything Folly Beach,
So 2 follies.
yes.
Wow.
Stay away from Folly or you'll be robbed.
Wait a minute. So North and South Carolina, just pure robbery.
Pretty much.
At the beaches.
Yeah,
Is what we're seeing here.
pretty much. North Carolina had 2 entries. South Carolina had 2 entries. California has had 2 entries at this point. Now, coming in at number 2 of the most theft-prone beaches in America. Santa Monica State Beach.
Yeah, absolutely.
55.22 incidents per 1,000 residents. It has a robbery rate of 8.91. Wow. It's at the top of the list as far as
crime.
robberies.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Santa Monica State Beach led the state in property crimes with a theft rate of 59.87 per 1,000 residents. And the second riskiest beach in the U.S., topped only by the one we're going to tell you about in just a moment. Any guesses or state it might be?
Is it something we can pronounce?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just letting you know up front.
Okay.
No, you can pronounce this.
We'll find out.
Well,
Is it Ocracoke?
No. Orca Coke.
Is that how it's pronounced?
I believe it's Orca
Oh, you believe?
Coke.
No, it's OCRA, which says to be okra.
Or Orca.
No, it's
Oh,
OC.
the C. Yeah.
OCRACOKE. Lifeguarded
Ocracoke.
Beach.
Or Ocracoke.
Okra. There's an R in there. Okra, like
Yeah,
the
Ocracoke.
like the vegetable. Ocracoke.
Do you think a lot of Mensa recruiters are listening to us tonight?
I'm not trying to get in.
Okay.
Let's go with
Ocracoke,
Ocracoke.
Lifeguarded Beach in North Carolina. 59.87 crimes per 1,000 residents.
So it's not really lifeguarded. Wait, what?
It's lifeguarded. It's just not property guarded.
where is it again?
North Carolina.
Wow.
I don't know where in the state. It's just North Carolina. North Carolina is not that large.
So the Carolinas are a wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Yes.
Yes.
Who would have thought that?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever been to a beach on the southeastern coast.
I'm kind of surprised Venice isn't on there.
Well, yeah.
'Cause-
It's not in the top 10 at least. I don't know. It could be like number 12.
That's what I'm saying. Santa Monica, but not Venice. Like,
Yeah, I just read the bad polls.
But they've cleaned Venice up a lot. They go around there routinely.
There are far more police probably in Venice than a lot of other beaches.
That's true.
I haven't been to Santa Monica Beach in quite some time, so I couldn't tell you. All I know is stay away from North Carolina, South Carolina, and California beaches. It's Later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. And when we come back, we have to tell you about the Orange County Fair, which is opening this week. And be sure to pull out your wallets in advance. We'll tell you about that next.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640. It's Later with Mo Kelly. We're live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the iHeartRadio app. We're gunning for TikTok, but we need 1,000 followers. So we can do it with your help. Sometimes people prefer TikTok to the other social media apps, but they have a requirement. You got to have 1,000 followers. And I know it's partially my fault. I'm not all that active on TikTok, or at least heretofore. But with 1,000 followers, we'll be allowed to stream live on TikTok. Got to tell you about this. If you've ever been to the Orange County Fair, it's a great time. We've broadcast live out there. Great time. Love the Orange County Fair. But if you're not doing something out there and you're just going to enjoy it, it can be rather pricey. The good news is the price for admission and parking for 2025 are the same as 2024. The bad news is they were high in 2024, which makes them still high in 2025. Parking is $15. Big picture, that's relatively reasonable when you go anywhere for an event. Like if you were to go to SoFi Stadium to see the Rams, they're going to charge you $90 for parking for just 3 hours. But you can park all day at the OC Fair for just $15. Oh, 12. When you went to Universal City Walk most recently, how much were they charging for parking there?
$35.
Oof. Oh, golly. Okay, maybe that's a steal. In terms of parking, from 2017 to 2022, on-site parking was $10 per vehicle. And it's weird because the parking hasn't changed. It's not like they've done something special with it. In 2023, the cost of parking increased to $12 per vehicle. Last year, it increased again to $15 per vehicle. General admission to the fair is $13 on Wednesdays and Thursdays, $15 on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Admission for seniors and children is $9 every day. And those prices have increased as well over the past few years. The fairgrounds also offer an everyday passport for $60. In other words, you can go every day. It's like a season pass. $60. According to the story, while fairgoers face high costs, the OC Fair and Event Center's reserves have soared upward over the past decade. At the end of 2022, the center's investment balance reflected over $67 million in reserves, which has been steadily growing. So since the pandemic, at least, the OC Fair has been relatively healthy, due in large part to the increase in prices, increase in parking. I haven't been in the past few years or so, but from what I remember, it's a great time, definitely great food, and definitely really hot out there. But it starts on July 18th. And if you do go out there, please let us know about your experience at the OC Fair. I remember, what was it? I think it was the Great Labor Day Car Cruise that we were out there broadcasting live for, which is a great time.
I love the fair, period. I was hoping that we would be able to broadcast out there so we could get some of that delicious food. One of some of the weird food.
Oh, they had a lot of weird food, but it had a lot of good food as well. I'm not too adventurous when it comes to food. I don't need deep fried donuts with bacon and sour cream on top. The stuff that they start putting together, like meats and sweets, it's just weird. It's weird.
Yeah, I'll take it. This year I saw an advertisement for the new deep fried chicken sandwich, the chicken donut sandwich, which is 2 donuts, not a donut cut in half. It's 2 donuts with a fried chicken breast, bacon, I believe cheese on top of it.
It's not sexy.
And then they dip it in batter. So they dip all of that in batter and they deep fry it. So it's one big fried ball of deliciousness. They take it out and douse it with Louisiana hot sauce or something like that. Like they kind of just baste it. Yeah. And then they hit it with a maple glazed syrup. And I said to myself, let the heart attack come.
Let's do it.
They're going to be selling fried bacon wrapped pickles.
Just eat those in the hospital.
I'm down with
Eat
that.
them in the ER.
I'm down.
Oh my gosh!
Sign me up, man. Sign me up.
It's just me and Tawala. We're just going to be holding hands. Just
I don't know how you can put that inside your body
easily.
They have flaming hot Cheetos and cheese pickles.
Well, not the hot stuff, but
yeah. I'm not trying to hit a porta potty while I'm out there.
Well, why are you talking about eating that other stuff? It's inevitably going to lead there.
Yeah, but I can hold on to that longer. The hot stuff that's running right through me.
Coward.
Says you.
I like hot foods.
I have to
exactly. So eat it.
I have to side.
You can't
with
talk to me that
Tawala.
way.
I got to side with Tawala on this one because I have to be active in preparing for the worst. If I'm going to eat something that I'm out, if I'm going to be out somewhere for 7 or 8 hours, I have to be mindful of what I eat.
Yeah,
because we don't want to have any internal misunderstandings.
There's a whole adult diaper industry that you should be availing yourself of.
No, just because if I were to wear a diaper, not that I would, but if I were to wear a diaper, just carrying it around with me,
it's the smell.
My dumpings, no.
You don't want to carry that poopage around with
you'd
you.
Be walking all strange with your legs all out to the side because you don't want to feel it.
Walking saddle style.
Right. What's wrong? Oh, we got something in my diaper.
Oh, you're not going to say anything because you're going to be walking and people are going to be turning going, oh, look, what is that smell?
If I have to worry about that, I'm not going to eat it.
All right, listen, I'm not an expert on the diaper thing, but I imagine you're supposed to change them if you put a load in one.
It doesn't. Once you put a load in, you've got to walk. You got to find the bathroom, the line. No matter what, you're the old dude with the load in his pants.
I don't think they're meant to be like a long-term fashion accessory after you've already utilized
Okay,
them.
let's see this to its logical conclusion.
Yeah, okay.
You're at the fair, you eat something that you shouldn't. 2 hours later, it causes a chain reaction. You can't get to a bathroom. That's why you have the diaper on, and it saves you in that moment. Okay,
Yeah,
Just in
right.
that moment.
but just in that moment, so it doesn't like come down the side of your leg.
Well,
And
yeah,
that's
but
the thing. You don't know if it's going to be solid enough to catch.
well, okay.
And what
No, it's a diaper, so it should be able to handle any type of.
you don't know what type
Viscous
of
consistency.
explosiveness it can handle.
Right, but the point is, you're not on the Bataan Death March. You can get away and go change and clean yourself up, and then
You don't know
slap
what's gonna
another clean one on
when
if you have
that-
to.
So does this
When
mean
that
we have a
spice
product
hits
test
you.
that needs to happen, boys?
No,
I'm hearing.
we don't, Nick Poliokini.
I was going to say
Disembodied voice.
And the funny or disembodied voice, I know we'll talk about it after 9 when I come on board, but I'll be there at the OC Fair next Wednesday, so I will have firsthand knowledge of all the excitement for you. In fact, Stefan and T, you should probably roll with me, and then you can come to the show afterward.
Why don't you just go ahead and put on a diaper and let us know how it goes?
Test drive.
Do you know me, Mo? You know I will do
I know
this.
you would. That's why I say that. And you'll probably put it on video too.
Well, not the changing portion,
At
but
this
yeah.
weekend with Nick.
That's right. You know how we do.
Know how you do. Don't put me in that mess. I'm not wearing a diaper until I have no other choice in life, and hopefully that's no time soon.
Yes, I'm sure your incontinence will never come, sir. Oh my God, there was a laugh from the other room. I don't know who that was. That was Dan.
That's our cue to go to break. KFI AM 640. We're live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the iHeartRadio app. And we're gunning for TikTok. We need your signups. We need 1,000 followers, and then we'll be streaming on TikTok.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Later with Mo Kelly on KFI AM 640.
We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Nick Poliokini, who's going to officially join the show at 9 p.m. He is presently in Motown, hanging out with the Momigos on YouTube, and he's taking suggestions about adult diapers. This is a carryover from last segment. Nick Poliokini has volunteered himself to put on some adult diapers and photograph himself in them. Maybe take them for a test spin.
Yes.
Maybe try one or two things, put it that way.
I was going to say, because I also love that somebody's like, will it hold a Diet Coke? And I swear I remember a Depends ad back in the day. Like, will it hold a whole Diet Coke? So I did put a link in there to Amazon for some designer adult diapers.
They have the one that we were talking about from a while ago was one that you're supposed to be able to wear at a concert.
Yeah.
Where you can be there the entire night and just
Concert
let
diapers,
loose.
got it.
And yeah, I think it might have been called the concert diaper.
Depends concert diapers.
I say all that to say
Pit diapers. They're called the
Pit
they're called
diapers,
Pit
right.
diapers.
Yes.
And they were originally a collab from last December with Depends and Liquid Death, the water company.
All right, look, Nick, I egged this on, but I want you to know that you're allowed to retain some dignity.
no, he isn't.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm in
You-
radio
you-
and
you-
have been for over 20 years. so.
Okay, all right.
Nick Poliokini's taking your suggestions right now. So if you log on to the YouTube Momigos Motown chat on YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly, he is in the chat right now taking your suggestions as far as what to wear, how to wear it, how he's going to model it, whether he's going to drop a deuce in it or not. It's up to you to tell him what to do. And he's in the chat right now. And the only way that you can participate is log on YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly. And then you can tell him exactly what color to wear, the circumstances are going to be used. This is all in conjunction with the OC Fair we're talking about.
And
Now-
Paula, who's in the chat real quick, we cannot take this to the hallway for sanitary reasons, but thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, we can't do the hallway until tomorrow. We can't tell you why, but we'll bring it back tomorrow.
Now,
Yes.
there is a black pit diaper with a leather stitched crotch with a flaming skull over it.
Yes, I put
So that
the
one's
link
kinda
to that,
fiery.
that whatever Twal is talking about, I put the link to it in the chat. So
Yeah. Fire. Okay.
you can see it. Pit diapers. The first Mott Pit diaper combo between Liquid Death and Depends.
Are you saying that you could be relaxed enough to let the diaper do its thing? Do
I
its thing
am
if
going
possible?
to say that I very likely could do the number one, but I do not think I could do a number two.
It's not designed to catch a number two.
Right, exactly.
It's too narrow.
It's intended
It's too-
for
Yeah.
water absorption.
Yeah. It's front loading.
That's the best way to put it. It's front loading, not back loading.
Okay.
I didn't mean to commandeer your
I'm
show.
sorry, that's the design.
I don't have any input. I mean, people don't believe me, and I'm going to say this, and I know Mark's going to say, "Oh, you're full of it. You're lying, Mo." But this is God's honest truth. I do remember a time when I was a child in which I was in diapers. Some of my earliest memories were being in diapers, and I actually had to prove it to my mother because I told her of an experience that I had in diapers, and she said, "Oh yeah, I remember that." And it wasn't a story that she told that I just adopted of my own. I had to tell her that. And I'll tell you the story that I told her. She might even be listening right now. Every Sunday, my mother would have, my sister and I would have our bath, and then she would put the hot pajamas on us as we got older. But I remember a time in which I was in diapers that and I had cloth diapers, not the plastic ones. It's the stuff that you see in stores now. I'm real old school. And she put a diaper on me. It was a Sunday night because I remember we were watching like what was later to be The Wonderful World of Disney, Wild Kingdom. And she put it on me, and for some reason I decided to take an immediate dump in it. And she got so mad at me because she had just changed me. And don't ask me why I remember that, but I remember that. And she had vague memories of it. I said, yeah, I remember being in diapers. I did that. She had just changed me, and you put on the cloth diaper on me, and I immediately went again, and it pissed you off.
Well, you said you were watching Wild Kingdom. You know Marlon Perkins did that all the time.
Why are you going to slander his name like that? Okay.
Well, he was a man of a certain age. And,
yeah, I know.
That's why he sent Jim on all the dangerous stuff, because Jim didn't have to worry about incontinence.
He met an unfortunate end, okay? We don't need to remind people of that.
Okay.
Have some respect for Marlon Perkins.
The world loves Marlon Perkins.
I used to think the show was called Mutual of Omaha, Wild Kingdom, but it was just a sponsor for the show.
Okay, I can see why you would think it's called Mutual of Omaha.
Yes.
They play it like 4 times in interspersed with the animals.
Right.
So I'm like, I would have thought that was the name of the show too.
Right. It's Mutual Omaha, Wild Kingdom.
Yeah. Good advertising, I guess.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating.